Yeah, I'm gonna slap up one of these mage hand.
Yeah, big gamer.
Can I-
Just
let's see,
smack
can I
him
reach?
like
God.
that.
No, I'm not letting you guys trick me into this. You guys do it.
Yeah, it's like who's got mage hand though?
Right.
Yes.
We have
One
to.
person-
You have the
Is the
spell.
door open, Mark?
Oh my god,
no,
it is
it's not
30
open.
feet.
It's
It's like
still
they
open.
know.
I mean, the gate that you're by is open.
The
Yes.
gate
Well,
is open. Okay. 'cause
it's
I
like they
can't move
know.
through it.
All right, I tried to grab the sword out of this one's hand.
Okay, cool. So you then you cast your spell, and the hand, ethereal kind of hand floats out
Simpson, son of
slowly
you.
to the thing, and you lift up on the sword, and it takes it a moment, but eventually the sword comes loose, and
Ooh.
Oh,
and yeah,
No.
and,
Oh dear.
all right, I
and-
bring it back.
and lifts up into the air. Okay.
I go.
So it floats
I'm out
back
of
over to
ideas.
Oh man.
Tell us about that sword.
Yeah, is Vorpal weapon?
Yes, totally Vorpal. Sorry,
Yeah.
you are now dead. No, okay. So yeah, so it looks like a sword that's been there for a while. It doesn't it looks like it's been designed really well. Has some carving into it and into the hilt and everything like that. It's definitely weathered, but you're surprised that it's still in relatively good condition.
Nice.
Cool. Can I swing it around to see if it feels special? I can see
yeah,
myself making poses and stuff on top of this wall, just
Right.
slashing around.
Exactly.
It's like, what the fuck is
And
wrong
then
with
he
this
falls
dude?
off backwards. Okay, so yeah,
Wow.
you can swing it around, but the truth is that you are not proficient in this kind of sword.
Oh,
and
I know.
B,
It's okay.
and B, it takes you about an hour to kind of try out something to see if it's magical and what
Fair
it can
enough.
do.
Fair enough.
Just
But
making
does it-
lightsaber noises.
Oh my god.
Well, I just want. But does this look like something that might be able to fetch a pretty penny if we were to resell it?
If you found the right buyer, I think you would. I mean, because it's because it's old and things like that, that they may not like just the regular person in town might not. But yeah, if you found the right buyer, it might.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, I chuck it over the side and I go, "You won't be stabbing me today."
I'm sorry. So you toss it back over the other side of the wall, kind of thing.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
safe
okay.
side.
Right. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So one sword gone.
And to disarm all these statues.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Let's see if we can get this one.
Get down over here, you big turkey.
Look, every time I do something, I
Like, listen to
die.
me? No.
No.
Curse.
You'll be fine.
How about you guys in the peanut gallery do something over there? Up
I'm
over
I
here.
can't get through
Get
the.
in.
I can't get through the door.
Yes, you
break
can.
it.
I told you the gate is open. It's the
It's
door
already
that
open.
Macaque is near that
We can't.
is.
No, but we can't.
Oh, I'm
move.
sorry.
We can't. We can't get
I
through the door.
apologize. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. Here you go.
Oh,
Okay, now I'm going up to this thing and I'm gonna start messing with it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
what are
gonna
you
see-
what are you
I'm
doing
gonna
with it?
go.
I'm right behind you,
I'm
brother.
gonna go up to which the statue in the center. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
try and oh god, how do I get this thing out? I'm gonna look over to her and I'm gonna be like, hey, get on the shoulders, get the sword. And I'm just
I'm
gonna
watching.
He was
stand
talking to
there.
Air Pretzels over there, is what he was suggesting.
Oh, was it Naga here? I can't tell.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Naga's
this is
right next to
Naga.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna be like Naga, get on the
Oh.
shoulders. Let's go.
Now that's a little more challenging. Naga is about what, 250, 300 pounds? Can't remember.
250, yeah. Like that.
Jesus Christ, that's a
Jeez.
big boy.
That is a big boy. I think you need to make him
Alright.
bigger.
I think we're the biggest of
Person
boys.
has my
Yes, the
favorite
two of you are
word.
both fairly heavy. Yes.
Okay. Oh shit.
Can they reach it?
Can we
Yeah, I'll
reach
fly
it?
over. I'll fly over and try and get it.
Okay.
250,
So yeah, so you fly up. Again, it's like the statue's what, like 12 feet in the air, kind of thing up there,
Okay.
and
It
and so-
swats at me.
Oh god.
So yeah, you see the sword that's holding, and so you're trying to pull the sword, is what you're
Yes.
doing. Okay, yeah.
Like a
So you
weird
grab
ass
onto it, and at this point, it's definitely giving you resistance as you do that.
So let go.
Do I notice anything
Sorry,
else
say
going
it
on?
again.
Well, does it look like it's making any giveaway or anything?
Well, if you want to go ahead and pull on it, then do a strength check and see if you can pull
Oh,
it
wait a
loose.
minute. Wait a minute. I have a rope. I tie my rope
Okay.
to it, and I give it to the two large monsters on the bottom of the statue.
Well, at that point, just try to break the statue. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this will what? It will with these two.
Let's not desecrate the statues.
We'll
Maybe
see.
can we?
We're just gonna
Can we
pilfer their
not do
swords.
that?
Okay.
Well, disarming swords is one thing. Breaking down holy relics is a different thing.
Yes, it's bad. So I'm gonna. Can I look over this statue and just see if anything seems off? I'm gonna cast detect magic on it.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Yeah. Do I get anything off of that by casting detect magic?
So what was that? Oh, it was on a roll. It was just.
It was
the
just a
magic
casting.
thing. Yes, they've tried.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely get off of the swords and the large center statue, magical auras coming off of them of enchantment.
Oh.
But not the smaller statues.
Correct.
Interesting.
Okay, so just the big one. So I'm gonna turn around and relay the information. Be like, don't piss off the middle one.
Oh, and Anthony, pick up that sword you threw on the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
That one too.
Wait, that's magical too?
That's
Yeah.
magical.
I'm-
Oh wait, no.
look,
Or is the huge statue sword magical, or are all the swords magical?
Well, so far the two swords that you can see are.
Oh,
both have enchantments on
okay, cool.
So all three, yeah.
So maintain that thing back up into your hand, dude.
I ain't touching. See, here's the thing.
Oh my God, Tony!
You guys, here's what happens. I go, hey, let me do this. And then I do it and I die. And then you guys go, why did you do that? I'm like, what? And then I go, okay, I'm not going to do anything. And then you guys go, why didn't you do anything? You know? So it's like, either way, it's like
Last time we did that.
every
I mean-
single game.
Besides that,
Every single game. It's like,
Besides that.
they're like, hey, why don't you do this? Okay, I do it. I die. Why did you do that? and then they're like,
so what you're
it's like,
telling me is
hey,
you're ready to break tradition.
Oh my God!
mean,
I
what's
go,
the worst
I
gonna
will
happen?
wait. Thank you very much.
Oh no!
Hey,
Okay,
I got lots of evidence in my favor saying that this usually goes bad for me.
Can I check out the actual cathedral over here?
Yeah,
I guess
sure.
behind it, and just check the walls. I don't want to try and touch the door yet. I just want to check the walls and see if there's anything on them.
Okay, yeah. So the walls have been carved with decorations in them, just kind of gothic, very
So
strange things. But the only thing that really has any kind of distinctive pattern is the carvings on the doors that have the mountain and the hearts into them. Now that you see them up close, by the way, you are you're going back from the description that the Bakak gave you didn't give you much to go on, but when you see them up close, you're going, I know I've seen these before, and you say this is the symbol for the goddess Ula, and that's the goddess that that Finnegan said that this temple was supposed to be dedicated
Well, that
to.
makes sense then.
So this is the temple. Okay.
So we're in the right place.
Yeah, we're in the right place, guys.
Does the door door budge at all? Whenever I press on it, or no?
No, but also as you press, you're going. This is not. It says pull instead of push. No.
Oh
Just like,
God!
yeah, you look at the way the doors are made at that point, and you go, okay, these doors are definitely made to open out.
Okay.
And then it has the bar across it, of course.
Okay. I turn to the people on the wall and be like, okay, you have to decide. Are you going to come into the play yard and play? Or are you going to stay on the sides like a bunch of wallflowers? What you're going to do?
So the doors open outward, and there's a bar on the outside to keep you from opening them.
Correct.
Yep. Yep.
So somebody on the outside wanted to keep something from the inside from getting out.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
it seems
put a
like.
lock on the
Yes.
doors into this courtyard.
And they want to open it right now.
Let's go in.
I see no problem
I
with
mean,
this.
No issues whatsoever.
No problems.
So it sounds
No problems.
sounds good to me.
Are there any bodies close to the door?
Do you think that maybe we should mage hand the door bar off while we're not in the courtyard?
Well, that's the thing. I'd have to be in
bar
the
has to
courtyard.
be-
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not
gonna
close
have to get about at least halfway closer to the door
Well,
before we.
he's the little guy, right? Can Bakok fly him out of there, or can he not pick somebody up?
No.
Yeah, I'm not a little guy, actually.
He's got hollow bones. He's not that. He's not that
Mm.
strong. Got brittle bone disease.
Okay, well, tell you what. Can I got some rope, right? So I can like kind of have like we don't have like a rope ladder or anything like that, huh? In our kits.
Correct.
Damn, that'd be a smart thing to get. Okay.
No, but we have rope. We got rope.
Yes.
So, wait, are you saying that you climbed up and now you don't know how to get down? You can't.
No, I'm
Call
saying
the
like
fire
if I
department.
no,
Sorry,
if
go
I have to
ahead.
run out because
You gotta be able to jump
I'm
over.
on fire now, I just want to have an ability to climb out.
Okay.
And
Who
not-
says I'm gonna use fire? I mean,
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry. Go ahead.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I just sit on my roof and I just put my hand on my shoulders. I mean, not shoulders, on my hips. And I
It's
go,
comments like
"Mm-mm."
that are can make me prevent Anthony from doing anything.
Exactly. Exactly. Look, I got what 25 years of experience of this madness.
Oh my god.
What do they say? Like, if you don't change behavior, that's madness.
Wow. Wait, how does it land? Okay, it lasts up to 10 minutes. Okay, do I get any magical auras from the door? Seeing as tech magic is still going up.
Yeah, no. So you look over in that direction, take a good hard look, but you're not getting any auras from anywhere there now.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and be like, we need a thief to check the doors, but I think we're good.
Okay, but the swords do something, obviously, right?
Oh my god!
So, okay. So what happened? What happened?
Is there any
No, you're
traps
good.
at the door?
Okay, well, I
check the
since
door for
Mage Hand
traps?
is a cantrip, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah, but you.
So I
yeah.
pick up the sword I chucked over the side, right?
Okay.
And I throw it
Or something.
like towards the center. You know what I mean? Like I just try to throw it back inside.
Okay.
Are you throwing it in our general direction?
Or wait, maybe I should
No,
just get
it's-
rid of.
What,
All
are you
right,
throwing a sword at
Maybe
people?
let's get rid of all the swords. How about that?
No,
mean,
the swords are good. I want a sword.
No, I mean out of this death circle thing. Like I don't know if these swords are gonna turn alive and start chopping people up in
Oh,
midair
I see.
and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to like get them away.
You're
from
worried
wherever
like they're enchanted in a stab us kind of way instead of a we can use them to fight what's going to come through the doorway.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's
Huh.
my thought.
Can we
I don't know.
detect that?
I like
Oh
that.
my god.
Detect that.
Like good
Yeah, let
magic,
me-
bad magic?
Hang on a second. Let me just pause for a moment. Let me see what you can detect because I can't remember.
It's in the
Very well.
list. I could
That's funny. It's just called detect that. That's funny.
Right.
Yes.
you see a faint aura around any visible creature. You learn at School of Magic, if any, and the spell
Yeah.
can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt.
See, the dilemma too is like I don't know if these swords are help keeping what's in there at bay, or if it's gonna stab us. But it makes me think that a lot of people got stabby outside at one point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were like fighting to put this thing inside and that's when they died, or if they got stabby when something got out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's just open the doors.
Right.
Oh my god. I was like,
Before we
okay.
do that, I
We've
actually
spent
do
a
want to
lot of
grab
time
one of those
waiting.
swords.
We
I
won't
just
know.
can't get off this wall.
Well, tell you what, I will walk around to David's side. Is that
Oh,
okay?
okay. Yeah,
While
I
he's
mean,
doing that, I'm gonna slide the bar out and try and open the one side of the door by pulling it.
Okay, so yeah, you come up to the thing and you recognize that the bar looks pretty massive.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to and also
God, I can't move.
it's obviously kind of it's been there for quite a long time. So if you want to, you're gonna have to really put your effort into it to try to lift it up.
Okay,
So
I'll turn
the
around. I look
gamble-
at Naga. I'm like,
the
big
gamble
boy.
here before we open the door is: were these swords placed here to help us fight this thing? Are we throwing that away?
Or
I
it's a thing
I would
that's either
hold
gonna
on to
help
it.
us fight, or gonna it's gonna fuck us up.
Right,
So
but if
here's
they
I
the-
look
don't
to our
think that they. The thing is, I don't think they're gonna put cursed weapons into a
Yeah.
public space where anybody could pick
No,
it up.
but
Like,
no,
let's say
but
like
think
a
about
kid
it.
comes in here and takes the swords.
No, wait,
Here's
you're
the
not
thing,
thinking
the
about it.
swords are pointing out towards people that are coming
Coming
which,
in,
if anything,
right?
they're going to attack us.
Right. So like they're trying to keep something inside, right? And if we
Yeah.
take the swords out, or I mean, like if we're trying to get inside, they're like, no, we're gonna fuck you up because we don't want you to let these things out. That's why I don't
Right.
think these swords are
They're good to
particularly
have. Yeah.
are friends.
Let's put them on the wall and then.
I ain't putting these things in there.
Oh my god!
No. I chucked one over to. I came over to David's side with the sword, right?
Okay.
Right.
Using the mage hand, and I'm gonna chuck it like in like outside of the ring, right?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
here, and then I'm gonna get this other one over here. I'm gonna do the
Shut-
same thing. I'm gonna put the
Okay.
swords away
So
from
you
this.
want? So what about the big guy in the middle? Because
Well,
we
that's
can't
up to
get
you
that
guys.
sword.
Okay,
We-
so you cast the mage hand again, and you grab and it floats over and grabs the sword, and it takes a moment and kind of eventually wiggles free,
Mhm.
and then you bring it over and drop it outside the wall.
Okay. Cool. All right, and then I go. I look at the cat, and I'm like, "Yo, what do we do now?"
wait, so is that two swords plucked out of statues, or all three?
That's two.
Two.
I can't. They want me to get the third one and die
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
hey, I got two.
Two is better than none. So
Yeah,
Dot's
see,
gonna look to Naga and be like, okay, now the swords are gone. Let's try to
Yeah.
the bar and let's get in.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay, so
if I
Naga,
can get
you're,
yeah.
if you're
I'll
gonna
help.
if you're gonna lift the bar, then you need to roll a strength check.
Are you strong as hell or no?
No.
Oh,
I'm
let me.
mediocre.
Oh, wait, hold on. Then let me do it. Let me do it. I got you.
Well, we're both going, I guess, aren't we?
Ooh, some
Yeah.
subscribed. Who subscribed?
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Oh,
gonna lie.
son of a. Oh, why did I do a strength save? What? Wait.
No. So if you're gonna do it together, then one of you roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do
Did
you
my
have a
roll
plus
go?
one or?
Wait,
I
I
haven't
pushed the
seen
button,
it.
but it didn't roll.
That's
Dumbo
no
was saving his
roll.
strength.
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm just sitting on the fence. I go.
Try to-
I'm like, look, I'll meet you halfway. I'll do these two. You guys.
Wow.
get the rest."
There we go.
Here it goes.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Naga doesn't have strength, does he? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
I'm the strength guy. Oh
I'm
no.
not terribly strong.
I was
Oh,
gonna
you're
say
just
you have
very
no,
big.
You have no strong person with you. Yes, true.
I am the strong person. Oh god.
Yeah. That's right.
Wow.
Let's see. Hang on a second.
They're just big with no muscles.
Yeah. dude.
It's true. It's true.
That's
Oh,
funny.
tiny elephant.
That's pretty funny.
Oh no.
It's like Andre the Giant.
Yeah. You try to open the you try to lift it off, and you're both pushing a little bit, but going, "Ah!" And you go, nope, didn't budge.
Wow. Didn't budge. Seriously?
Mhm. It rattled a little bit, but that's it.
Set it on
Did it
fire.
rattle? Okay, wait.
Does it look like any
I
of
have an
the
idea.
rubies or something do things? Like,
No, you don't see any precious gems or anything.
I mean, like a pressure type of puzzle type thing. You push something.
Oh, I
maybe-
see. Yeah. No, you just looking at it, you don't see anything that would shift out of place or anything like that.
Ah, I am far too weak to help you. Seriously, I have no bonus to strength.
This is so funny. Nobody's strong.
Everybody
Oh
step
my
back for a minute.
god. Yeah.
I don't
What the
know if
hell's
this will
mouth
work, but
breather?
everybody stand back for a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna stand back.
Like
Oh,
back,
I
like
guess so. I
about,
guess so.
about here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Stand
bottom of the
back.
steps. Okay. I don't know. Will this work? Let's see.
Let's
Oh,
not desecrate
interesting.
the
What are you doing? Oh, Earth? What?
not desecrating the statue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
I just start laughing.
Just the temple.
I go, okay.
Okay.
I'm the bad one.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh, okay, this makes
Oh.
perfect sense, and I just start eating.
Popcorn you pull out of your bag.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, hang on
I
just a second.
cackle. I-
Yeah.
oh my god. I go about that milk.
So we're too weak to open the door.
Well, we tried. Let's go back home.
Okay. Yeah. So no, so you, yeah,
Another gold
you,
piece.
you all hear a significant rumble coming from the door area as Naga as his hands shifted over around him, and the doors rattle, but and shake and everything like that. But otherwise, some aside from a few pieces of rock crumbling off the wall, it still stays in place.
Okay.
All right.
I want to get down into the courtyard, but I can't get off this wall myself. Mark, can you move me?
Oh,
the
sorry. Yeah,
courtyard?
y'all can't. Yeah. Okay.
I'm like
Hey,
stuck.
Do any of
Yes.
these magic symbols we took off of what's his face match up with any of this?
Oh, the ones that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Evil has them right now.
So I wanted to
yes.
actually move in and look at the statues and see if they're like, see if there's anything to perceive there about whether they rotate or anything.
Okay.
If there's any
Yeah.
kind
Go
of
ahead and roll
into
a
the door.
perception on that.
Oh, that's a good point. Survey says.
Ooh.
Damn, dog.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you go around looking at the statues, and yeah, everything about them seems like they're just in place and in a regular thing. You do notice, as you get to the center statue, though, that there are it's really faint, but you can see like it looks like some scuff marks that are down by the down by the feet of the center statue, like it looks like some of the as you kind of look through the snow that there are places that are scratched and worn a little bit.
Does it look like the base of the statue has been moved across the stones? Is that what we're talking about?
Can't tell.
Okay. Well, maybe let's clear away some of the snow down here and see if it's any clearer what's going on.
Okay, so you work a little bit, moving snow and everything like that, but you see just it's this again this cracked tiled stone, but as you're looking around, you don't see that it looks any of the stones look any different or anything that would swivel or anything like that. But you do still see those more clearly, places where the stone has been kind of marked or scuffed in different ways, scratched.
No, I draw everybody's attention to it in case they.
Okay.
It's like when it was.
Okay.
It's when the
Insight
statue was
on that.
stepping on people's heads.
Oh my god.
Do any of those? Was it like any certain stones that are scratched? Is it like they're?
I don't
I
suppose
guess
the
I
statue
guess
moves
if
and
you said like
pivots.
individual ones, like do they look like they move or something like that? Like can I push on them?
No, I mean you can. Yeah, you can go. So you go over and start pushing on different of
Yeah.
the stones
Yeah.
that are around it. Yeah, they're all kind of holding firm in place around it.
Damn it.
And there's
I'm
not
gonna
a
try
sim-
and move the bar again.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if there's any like we have to put the swords into anything.
Where's strength? There it is. Okay, here we go.
Hey, is there anything I noticed on the little statue?
Hey!
So you
Ooh,
so
nice.
Bakak is looking over at, but you were looking at the far statue because
That was over here.
Hair Pretzels was already looking at the one that he was by.
I guess
It
that
doesn't
was
matter
there.
at this point. So Bakak, you go over to look at one of the statues, and you hear a grunt from Da over by the door, and the bar finally comes up and drops with a heavy thud to the ground. And at that point, you hear a scraping of stone on stone, and the large statue in the center swings wide and swivels around towards y'all and lets out a kind of, with its arms kind of stretches and gets into a warrior's pose.
Oh,
no. I fly up.
Okay, need y'all to roll initiative.
What's this y'all?
Oh my god, sorry.
Oh my god, this is hilarious.
Okay, where's the? Oh, there you go.
Initiative though.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Come on. 11. Let's see what happens.
You first, my dear.
Hold on, I gotta laugh some more.
Jesus.
Oh, I wasn't that attached to them anyway.
Jesus.
Oh, this is. I can't wait to watch this all back in replays.
Why you got hot wings?
Why would you do that? And then they're like, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I guess so. Well, I could shoot from the top here. Let me see how far Eldritch Blast goes.
It's 120 range.
So to be
you've got a
clear,
long range with Eldritch.
the two smaller statues that we took the swords out of are not moving.
Correct.
And hold on. But when I did the inspection earlier, were there scuff marks at the bases of those, or just the big one?
Just the big one.
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Dang it!
So they were never going to move. Maybe.
But they hadn't. But
We don't know.
but the swords were enchanted. That's correct.
Correct.
Right, but to our advantage or disadvantage,
We don't know. That's why I just want to be able to grab these swords if we need them.
Yes.
That's actually the reason why I'm still on the roof.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
No. I mean seriously. That's
no,
what
I know.
Yeah.
It's just important we study all the forensics to know exactly why we died.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It's like, precisely as we thought.
You really can't bleed out.
Hey, it does work like that.
Someone grab the blue light.
All right. So yes, so the statue stretches and spins, and Naga, your reflexes kick in, and you're the first to be able to react.
Nice.
Okay, so let me have a quick question. Are there like loose stones around here, or is it just?
Oh sure, yeah.
Just in my
Lots.
pants.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna turn into this. How do I do this? How do I turn into that? Oh, it's not letting me turn into that. Anyway,
Lava
it's
monster.
an ape. You have an ape somewhere? It's not
Oh,
letting
Nice.
me do that.
Ooh, you
How's
don't
it
be a
doing that?
monkey.
Yeah. Because apes can throw rocks.
Nice.
Throw rocks.
And feces too.
Wow.
Okay, this is gonna be big for a second until I get it the right size. Oh, no,
this
it's
is gonna
not.
be
that's
awesome.
the right size.
Ah,
Awesome.
It's
Okay.
huge.
cool.
Okay.
It's large in charge.
Great babe.
Are they all right?
Great babe. Over 40
Oh,
feet
do
tall.
I have it yet?
Great babe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Okay. Anyway, I'm afraid until I do this later, I'll have to be the one to move him. I'm afraid, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Anything
I'm
going on with the
gonna-
swords?
How far can I run? 30. So I'm gonna go.
Well, we'll get to your turn in a moment, and you can ask that question again.
Oh yeah. I just realized after I said it. Never mind.
Yeah.
gonna
Let's see. 12,
there.
19, 30.
So I'm gonna run over there,
Okay. Just a
Go
second.
Go get
let me
him,
get this.
Chim Chim.
pick up a rock and throw it up.
Just so I'll have those stats before me. Okay. So you run over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a
And
rock at him.
okay. Go for it.
He hits the bird.
Okay. You hurl a rock at the statue.
That's a good throw.
And,
That's a good throw.
It is a good throw.
Dude,
And,
hell yeah, dude.
yeah, and the rock slams into the statue's shoulder, and pieces of the stone break apart, of both the rock and the statue, in a shatter of stone, and it flinches back a little bit as it takes 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Get him, monkey.
Get a monkey.
Okay, let's see. Now, the statue takes its sword and casts it aside, and it
Oh no.
it starts lumbering over toward the ape.
Oh man.
And,
Oh no.
Oh, not
Um,
the ape.
not the ape.
You didn't
Someone
mean
tried to hit it with the sword.
Right? It doesn't even want the sword?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We might have to use the sword then.
Okay, I'm
Somebody-
sorry. I'm slow on this.
That's
It's
fine.
pulling up things a little bit here. Okay.
There.
Yes, and it
Put the pizza in the
yes.
fridge.
Oh, yeah. All right. Here we go.
Somebody use the sword next turn.
I wonder if I could use it.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no.
It takes its takes its hand, one of its fists, and
Oh,
slams
shoot.
it down.
No.
It down on the monkey.
Oh no!
Monkey in the middle.
No.
And
Please
does
don't
4
kill the
points of damage
Oh, that's not bad.
to the monkey.
Not great.
Let's see.
Oh,
Thanks,
fair enough.
monkey.
Fair enough. Fair
Not
enough.
bad for you.
Fair enough. No, that's very bad for me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make sure I get this right. Okay. The ape has 19 hit points, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And
Yeah, I
then
just took the stack. Yeah.
Oh no.
it
What?
takes its other fist.
Oh, it's other fist.
No.
No. Please no.
Oh.
Don't say that.
Oh god. Okay, and it slams
No.
it down on the ape as well.
Oh no.
Oh.
No, he doesn't.
Climb the wall.
Go.
Crap.
With a 9.
It does 5 points of damage with that hit.
Whoa. Okay, that's not good.
Okay. Okay, and so you get beat down. And then
And
Wow.
and
the
then
the sword that he cast aside lifts up into the air and
Oh,
it comes over
no.
to Bakak.
No, don't do that.
Oh no. I knew it. I knew it.
Man.
Knew it. You just see me cackling on the roof, going, "I knew it! I knew it!"
God damn it. Tony's gonna watch us die.
Oh my
shit.
god.
Oh!
Agony. Why is
And
everybody always picking on me?
Oh, oh no, 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 no,
No,
no!
this is not good.
Oh my god.
Leave
Wow.
me alone. Leave
Holy
me.
Jesus.
Oh shit!
Max damage?
It-
Oh,
it-
wow.
It
Near max.
stabs straight into the center of Bakak, and it doubles over and does 15 points of damage.
We need a medevac.
Holy-
Oh crap! We need a medevac.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got
Wait,
to go.
wait, how much do you have?
He has 2
15?
left. Hang on a second.
Wait.
Sorry,
Fly
I have
away.
stuff.
I can't do that yet. I can't do it. Damn.
Fly away.
Fuck.
Don't worry, I won't be weighed down by all this blood.
Oh no.
I'm going back
Okay.
stronger than you could ever imagine.
You unfortunately, Evil,
I got two
just
swords
out
on
of
me.
the corner of your eye notices.
No.
Yeah, man.
No.
Yeah.
I figured it.
Oh,
Just
crap.
before they come for you. Yeah.
That's
But she
cool.
can't
That's
see
cool.
them. How does that work if she can't
Well,
see?
we
Oh, damn.
know. Oh yeah, boy. No, it's all good because I wasn't sure if it was gonna work outside of the thing or inside of the
Now
thing.
we
Okay,
know.
so one of them slices
Yep.
across
How
one of your
much?
legs and does 4 points of damage.
Oh.
Yes. 30%
then-
dead.
And then the other one attacks you. Good God!
No.
Holy dude, what?
Yeah, dude.
Up.
Good night, everybody. It's time to go.
Oh my god.
Oh, my
I'm dead.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And takes you and you collapse over the edge of the wall.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no.
Goodbye, everybody. It's
Close
time
it
to
down.
go.
Oh god.
It's closing time.
That's the wrong one.
Closing time. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh god.
Well,
Yes.
you're on your way there.
Holy
So
dick.
yeah.
Death saves are your friend.
We were
yes.
5 against 100.
So yeah, so basically,
Shit.
if you're not keeping track of these on your D
How
and
do I
D
do
Beyond
this?
characters, make sure you do
That's what I'm doing right now. So I just do minus how much again?
minus 15. Just go ahead and do minus 15. It'll take you down to 0, and then
Okay.
it'll set up the death saves. That'll come after that.
Okay.
Okay, how much did I get hit
So-
for? I got hit for 14, right?
No, you got hit for 13 total.
Oh, good. I only have 2 hit points left.
Correct.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fine. You're
Ah, I'm gonna open the door.
What could go wrong?
What's going on? It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Look, all I know is that we're just adding bodies to this courtyard. That's all it is.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
Okay, that's good. Okay. All right. Let's see now. Good night. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hair pretzels.
Yes. What?
You are looking around in horror and trying to decide what to do.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
How fast did those flying swords move?
Hard to say. I mean, because you didn't see really the ones that took out Evil, and then the one that stabbed Bakak
It's
was
still in there.
was pretty close to him, so it didn't have to go very far.
So the ones that attacked Evil, like where are they now? Are they in him? Are they like
No, they're
stuck?
just basically floating above the wall. You can see.
So
them.
they're where I see them, just kind of hovering over there.
Man.
Yeah, I guess they would be actually kind of. Well, you can't see them
Okay.
when you put them against the wall, but
Yeah.
yes,
Holy
you
dicks.
see them floating above the wall over there. Yeah.
Holy dicks.
Well,
We gotta go all in on the girl. Oh wait, I can't. I mean,
I mean,
Oh, man. Shit.
Ooh.
I can. The big statue.
yes.
Would you say that I could sneak attack that thing? Is it back to me or?
It's engaged
in
with
that
them.
sense-
We should.
In that sense, yes, in that it's engaged with it. However, just what you know of your own abilities, sneak attack is usually it works when you can like pinpoint vital organs, that kind of thing. And on a statue, unless you're kind of like, well, I mean, I can aim for the heart or the head, but I'm not sure if it'll make a difference.
Wait, hold that thought. Everyone log out and log back in.
And I'm back
Okay.
in. God dang it.
I'm not coming back.
Okay.
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 Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
It was all just a bad dream. I feel regret.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All right, Hair Pretzels, you're gonna have to decide pretty soon, or we're gonna move on to somebody else's turn.
Well, I'm just, yeah. I gotta get that. I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
What?
I don't think I can. I need to get up on a wall and fire a ranged weapon or something. This is not hand to hand for me.
I was hoping for
What?
that.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Well,
but I
so
don't want to
you're-
go. I don't
you're
want
a
to go in
rogue.
the direction where Anthony was.
Correct. So you're a rogue, which means you can take a dash as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
and still be able to attack.
So how would that play out? What does
That
that
means
mean?
you can move twice your movement,
Uh-huh.
which would be 60 feet,
Right.
and still be able to attack.
You mean like I would move 60 feet and finish with an attack?
Yes.
So I could run for the far wall.
Or do it the other way around, or anywhere in the between. So you could attack and then run 60 feet, or you can run 30 feet and attack and then run another 30 feet, however you want it.
Well,
Elf, your life force is running out.
well, can I use the crossbow on the big statue?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
God.
let's do that. Let's fire off a round and then bolt towards the far wall.
Okay.
So let me get that going here. All right. And again, I can't do any kind of advantage roll because I can't detect any weakness in a statue.
So the advantage would be if you were like hiding or something like that. The sneak attack damage would be if you could.
Right.
You just don't know if it's going to do sneak attack damage or not.
All right.
But you
Well,
just kind
I'll
of
just-
wonder as a statue if it's just all made of stone, then
Yeah.
probably not.
There's a heart in there somewhere.
Right.
The hell was that? That's what that
Huh?
happens.
Ooh, nice.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah. So your crossbow bolt, it's flies through the air and smashes into the side of it, and it, of course, the bolt shatters on impact, but it definitely takes a chunk out of the statue as well, and
Okay.
yeah, and but it doesn't look like you're not seeing oozing, so you're not anticipating any sneak attack damage from that.
All right.
Okay. Now, do you want to move?
Yes. So now I'm going to flee as far as I can towards the far wall.
Okay.
I don't know if that gets me on the wall or if that was too.
No, and you'll wind up about right here, by the way.
Okay. All right. So I'm like here. Or, yeah. Somewhere.
Oh, you know what I should have tried to do?
What?
I guess. Oh, wait, maybe I don't have that ability. I was looking at patient defense. I guess I
Sure.
couldn't blind spell 20. Never mind. Shoot.
Okay. Let's see. Da, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna see Egil fall off the wall. I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
I'm gonna take a deep breath and I'm gonna trumpet really loud and I'm gonna cast.
That won't bring me
Healing
back.
World. I'm gonna
sorry,
cast
cast-
Healing World.
Okay, cool.
Healing Word, yeah.
Word.
And with my grave feature, he gets max healing because he's at 0 hit points. So
Sweet.
that's one.
So is
that's
that
4
5?
plus 3. It's 4 plus 3. So
Oh,
it's
7.
So 7. Sorry.
Save me!
Yes.
Bring me back to life.
Okay. So, Tony, go ahead and.
I can't wake up.
And that'll be my bonus That'll be my bonus action, and then shit.
Save me.
Let's see. I'm gonna move 5, 10. I think that's 10. I don't know. Hold on. Let me go ahead and check it with my little ruler tool. I'm gonna move.
Oh, thanks for changing that for
Here.
me, Mark.
Move
I just did that
right
on the
over.
roll 20. Go ahead and make sure you do it on
Yar.
D&D Beyond, Tony.
Oh, okay, so I just do. I just.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can't
7
figure it
healing?
out, Tony, let me know. Yeah, I get 7 hit points. Yeah.
Okay, and then apply change.
And then
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bane. Let's
Uh-huh.
see.
Damn.
Let's see how many people can I cast that on. 3 creatures. So I'm gonna cast it on the big, obviously the big statue, the big sword, and then I don't know if I'm close enough for the. Can I even see the swords from the?
Yeah,
smaller
they're
swords
floating
from here?
above this, and to put them. By the way, they're actually
they're out of
not
range, though.
as far. They're
Oh,
actually
okay.
over the wall, so you can actually get them to one of them
Okay.
as well.
Grab the
Okay,
sword.
I'm gonna grab one of this. I'm gonna grab this sword, probably closest to me, right. Oh, I can't ping it. Shit. Right
here.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
Cool.
hit all those with. They have to make a charisma saving throw.
Yes, they have no charisma. Okay, let's see what
They
happens.
have no charisma.
They're very lame. They are very lame.
Family lameness.
Man, I can't do any tricky things.
Trixie hobbitses.
Yeah, I'll try to think. I can't do it. I just shoot him.
It tricked them into wasting their time killing me.
Welcome to early level warlock,
Oh.
man.
Oh my
Early level
god.
warlock
Just make
is
sure.
rough.
Move this. Okay.
No kidding.
And okay. I'm sorry. What is the 13? Is it
13 charisma
okay? I'm gonna roll each of them.
individually.
Yeah.
Individually.
So I'll do the statue by itself, and then the 2 swords.
More chances for natural 20s.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Damn it.
Jesus.
Shit.
Damn, dog.
What the heck?
okay. So actually, you cast your spell, and you see it shimmer on all 3 of them, and then you actually see it the aura stick to the statue and also the sword that the statue cast off. The one that's above the wall that you cast it on resisted.
So they have a minus charisma.
Ooh. They are
Okay.
not-
Good to know. Cool. All right, and I'm gonna be. Can I speak to the statue real quick, or is that basically my turn?
No, you go ahead. If it's
I'm gonna
something short.
Stop it.
I'll be like, I'm gonna say, in the name of the goddess Ula, you must stop.
Okay. Good to know.
Don't
Right.
me!
Now, let's see. Bakak.
Oh god.
Band-Aid.
Well, seeing as I'm overburdened with hit points. Okay.
Overburdened with him.
God.
Darn.
Let me see. I wonder how fast these stupid swords can fly. Probably pretty fast, huh? I don't know.
If you leave
When you fly.
if you leave the space of the attack, you get he can attack you real quick with your.
You
Well,
can
if you
disengage,
disengage.
but
Oh,
if
you
it
could have
doesn't run-
disengaged. Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
True.
I'm gonna disengage and go and try to fly.
Okay. And do you just take off straight up in the air, or are you flying like across
Straight
the
up.
court? Straight up. Okay, cool. All right, so you take off and
Oh my god.
yes, disengage and then as your action, and then you take off. So you're you can't dash because you disengaged, but you fly 40 feet straight up from there. Okay.
Can he heal? Like band-aids and
monk?
stuff?
If I rest for 8 hours, sure.
Gotta go to sleep.
You can actually heal some by resting for an hour, but that's not going to help you in the middle of a fight.
Somebody holds a sword.
he jumps out and just goes right to bed. He just puts on a sleeping cap. And then he's like, "Where'd you?"
Thank God for NyQuil. Oh God.
He takes out a stuffed animal
Remind
sheep.
me, Bane is just it is a die 4 that's different, right?
Yeah, just a D4.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yes, so the hang on, let's just see.
I see nothing.
Okay, so yeah, so the statue turns its attention over to Da,
No.
Mhm.
He's our
and
healer.
and lumbers over in that direction, but that means that that
Monkey boy.
Naga gets an attack or 2. I don't know what apes get.
Yeah.
Apes are good. Okay, I get 2 fist attacks, so that's good.
Awesome.
Aha.
This feels like in WoW when everyone just starts trying to kill the healer.
That's quite a fist.
Nice.
Okay, so you pound it for 4
Yeah, I heard it, man.
with 1 fist. Mhm. Oh wait, yeah, I'm sorry. You don't get both attacks. I apologize
You
for
just
that.
get the one. Yeah.
Because you
What?
just get 1 for the free attack. Okay,
Oh, but the
and then
second
the
one.
Wow.
okay, and then
Come on,
yes,
help him
the
out.
statue takes a swing at Da
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
and lands.
Come
a punch.
on.
Can you roll the D4 and take that away from the score?
Oh yes, I can. Let's see what happens.
And let us roll for you, because apparently.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it
Nice.
so yeah, so it swings down, but it's almost as if there's like some aura that bends it off of the punch off of Da and around him, and he pounds into the ground, and then he
Yes.
swings with his other fist.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Wow.
Yes.
Again around this, so he makes 2 craters on either side of Da, and he just
Done.
you just hold your arms.
Nice.
Okay.
Why didn't you do this earlier?
I tried. I
They had
tried.
the advantage. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's see here.
Wait a second. Did they skip my turn?
Skip your turn.
No, you had the opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I
But,
didn't get a regular attack. I
Yeah,
thought I
your
was
your
before
your
them.
turn hasn't rolled over
Oh,
yet.
you are before them. You are
Oh,
before them. You're
yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah.
Go
Fuck
ahead.
him up, monkey.
Here we go. Here we go. Now
No,
I
Emmy.
get 2 attacks.
No, Emmy. No, Emmy.
Oh god. Come on.
I got
Yeah.
another one. I got another
Yeah.
That's better.
Second one.
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay. Yes, the second fist lands and breaks off some more of this. This is starting to have significant cracks and fissures running through its body as well. Okay.
Ooh. Wait, who's
Okay.
next?
Let's see.
So then it'll take its turn and swing and miss.
God, I hope so.
Oh,
And
hold
then
on a
who's
second.
next?
Let me take this death
Oh,
symbol
then the
of
swords. Yeah.
evil. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Much
Okay.
appreciated.
Give it a
Much
second.
appreciated.
Excellent.
Hmm.
All right.
Elliot-
Let's see.
Wait, quick question. So these statues didn't move at all, did they?
The small ones,
Little
no.
one?
Okay.
Okay.
How would Hellish Rebuke work on that then? Oh.
He'd have to hit you, and then you'd have to react.
Right.
I don't know.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
no.
So yes, the sword that is beneath where Bakak is, all of a sudden flashes in one direction and then sails across the courtyard over to where Herr Pretzels is.
Jesus.
God,
Jesus.
It's been real.
stop it.
I can.
I don't think he has
Okay.
any more 20s in him.
Yeah.
And it dashes into the ground as Herr Pretzels jumps back. And then yeah.
Every time I
but-
hear you say hair pretzels, it makes me laugh. It's just
You know,
No. No.
No.
no, leave the monkey alone.
No. Go away. Shoo.
the other
Oh,
two
bring
swords
it.
fly
Oh,
over in this
no.
direction. So one of them is swinging over at the monkey.
No. Shoo.
Shoo.
Okay, and you easily bat it
Yes.
away.
Yes.
And the other one goes for Da.
Hey, Mark, when do you get
Yep.
to take an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Sorry, opportunity attack.
Yeah, when do you get to have one of those?
Nice.
Most of the time, opportunity attacks come from if somebody is moving out of melee range from you, and that's when somebody gives an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and then and this one just blunts itself on Da's hide. It bounces off.
Nice.
Okay, so let's see. Now I've got to remind myself of the order that y'all are in. Hair pretzels.
Yes.
Am I just on the floor? Post everything or?
We'll get to you in a moment.
Oh God! Don't say it like that.
So how much distance did that thing cover to get to me in its turn?
It
A lot.
was about 45 feet.
Okay.
That's a lot, dude. That's more than spiritual weapon. Shit, that's awesome.
So
I want that.
Right?
I guess I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Okay.
And then can I do can I finish up with the, double my normal speed dash and get 60 feet away from it again?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what I'm going to try.
Okay.
So, I guess this is back to short sword.
Yes.
All right.
I keep thinking what it would have been like if we were holding on to the swords.
Oh yeah.
Probably terrible. It probably would have jumped out of our hands and tried to kill us.
Okay.
Quite
You take a
possibly.
major slash with your short sword and do 9 points of damage to the sword, and it part of it breaks as you hit it.
Yeah. Fuck it up,
Nice.
pretzels.
All
Fuck
right.
it
and
up, pretzels.
now I'm going to put 60 feet between me and that sword.
All right.
So let's
Hopefully
see
there
where
are 60 feet in the courtyard. Of course, the gate is open, so you could run out that
Well,
way.
I mean, look at
you
that.
don't
I
have
mean,
to go that far. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of feet here
Yeah.
to be had.
Footage.
Something
Yes.
like
Footage.
that.
Uh-huh.
Footage.
Actually, let me try some. I want to make sure I'm far enough away
Yeah.
from the
60
other
feet
things
away
too.
from everybody. Yes,
Right, like 60, like into the back corner here.
Back corner. All right. Cool.
So that's the plan. All right.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
all right.
actually, let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
If I ended up needing to fire a crossbow at the big statue, would that? What is my range on that? Do you know?
I'll have to look. I don't know.
It says
Because with a
range.
hand crossbow, it's different.
It says
It's shorter.
30/120. Like, what does
Yeah,
that
so
mean?
30 is the normal. Then you can fire long range at 120, which is -2.
Okay.
I can't remember.
All right. Still, yeah, I'm going with the 60 feet.
Or is it disadvantage? I'll have to look it up. But yes,
Yeah,
you go over
might
there.
be disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Back to initiative here. Evil, your eyes flitter open after your as you felt some of the wounds that you got on the wall
I close them again.
start to heal, and so you're just lying on the ground in the snow. So yeah.
Playing dead.
Yes. I just go.
Wow.
That was a bad dream. So, does it take an action for me to get up?
No, it takes your move action to get up, and then if you wanted to do something else, you can.
I run as far away as possible
Okay.
and then do Eldritch Blast.
That's what you can't do. So
Why?
Because your move action, like I said, is getting up off the ground, and then
Okay, we got the echo. Sorry.
yes, we do.
Yeah.
Son of a bee.
All right. 1 second. Everybody off?
Are we
Okay.
dropping off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. We're good.
Okay.
You hear me now?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay,
So getting up off the ground is going to be your movement for the turn. So you can still take
Does
your
it-
main action.
Doesn't it take half his movement? To
Just
get up?
lay
Oh,
there.
you're right. You're right.
15?
Thank you. So you can move
Yeah,
a
no
little bit.
problem.
Yeah.
You can move
Well, I just want to
15 feet.
make a little bit. 15 feet. Let's see. Where's
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can go about over here.
Okay, I'll just make a little bit of distance
Okay,
because I do better at range attack anyway. So,
sure.
and then I do. Let's do that witch thing.
Which bolt? Okay.
That's the
Which
one that.
thing?
No,
Witch
hellish,
bolt, yes.
hellish rebuke. That's the one that gives me the bonus if they die, right?
No. You just get bonus if you do the killing shot because your patron is a fiend. The hellish rebuke you can cast. You cast only
reaction.
when you get hit. Yeah.
That's right. I do it post mortem.
Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I don't. You'll have to.
It doesn't
you'll
work
have to
then.
keep track of knowing that's there. I can't.
That's
I
fine.
won't be able to remind you that it's
Yeah.
an ability
That's
you
fine.
have. So
I,
yeah.
I just realized that it's good to know now
Yeah.
because I will surely be hurt again. Okay, I do the witch bolt
Okay. At
on
the statue.
at the big statue.
Okay.
I go sim sim salabim. Hold up.
Zim, 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 zim.
Die.
You better roll a freaking
Come
matching
on.
number. Come on, matching numbers.
Let's
Matching
do
numbers.
this.
Matching
Yeah.
This-
numbers. Wow.
Yes.
It's only 1d12?
The
Damn.
good news is
Yes.
The good news is it connects and the
Holy
electric
shit.
bolt hits the center of the chest. The bad news is it did 1 point of damage.
This guy sucks.
Holy crap, dude.
But it is you have the what is your arcane focus? I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Do you use a staff or a wand or
It's the
gem?
crystal.
I can't remember. Crystal. Okay, so
Yeah.
you have your crystal, and
Crap.
the electric bolt is connected between the crystal and the center of the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have any pluses to damage on
Nah,
Witch
man.
Bolt?
Not which
It's
bolt,
just
no.
the static 1d12. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
But I just wanted to like have it like I wanted to make like an arm thing to make it look like Iron Man.
Oh no.
Okay, Da, you're up.
Shit. Crap, I didn't think about what I was gonna do the next time. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cast Fudge. Sacred Flame on I think I have him in range. Let me see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the sword that's floating over
Okay.
here, and then he just has to make a Dex
Right.
save for 13.
Let me see. Okay. So the flame drops down, and the sword just narrowly jumps out of the jumps right, swings to the side, and as the light burrows into the ground. Okay.
Okay.
And then do you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna say the same thing I said before, but in Celestial, and see if anything happens.
I'm sorry. Say again. Oh, I see.
I'm gonna
Yes,
say
yeah,
same thing I said
okay.
before. And, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Then Bakak, you are now 40 feet in the air.
That sword's not following me around.
It did not. No.
That's it right there, right? Is it still moving?
Yes. Oh yeah, it went over and swung at her pretzels last.
It's still shucking and jiving. It's just not coming for you, dude.
Yet.
Oh God.
Chuch.
Well, let's see. It's getting late. So,
Who
I'm
won
not.
his windshield?
Let's see. This lumbering thing looks like it's getting pretty cracked up.
Mm-hmm.
You think if I dive bombed them and like use the chi attack to do like flurry of blows, I could get any advantage?
Yeah.
No.
But it would look dope.
You totally should do it though. I don't. In fact, you shouldn't even fly. You should just put your wings away and drop on him.
Yep.
Just do it.
Just use my beak and break my neck.
Walk them backwards.
Yes, like Deadpool fighting Colossus. Okay.
With all the broken arms, you mean? Wait.
Yes.
Okay, tell you what. He's facing Dumbo right now, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm just gonna fly right over here, and then I'm just gonna like do flurry of blows.
Cool. Okay, roll for your
Yes.
staff first.
Okay. I will miss this character gravely.
It's not over yet. Never give up.
That's
Never surrender.
you are alive.
Mark, did you roll a D4 against the swords save?
Oh, the saving throw too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sweet.
think. Wait.
Then,
Yeah.
Wait, should I be rolling right now or wait?
just give me a second because that means that the sacred flame hit the sword over there.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Yeah, because it only narrowly missed. So even if I roll a 1 with a D4, it's gonna hit.
Oh,
So
sweet.
yeah, you can go ahead and roll damage for that sacred flame.
Sick.
Nice.
Damage. Roll it, mother. Oh, not cast. I want to roll the damage. Do the damage thing. There it is.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh shit. Go with the first one.
6,
I
right?
don't know why. Six.
Right. Okay.
Six.
Okay. So the
I
yes,
clicked it too
so
many times.
the sacred flame. The sacred flame. It yes. It dodges to the side, and just in the last second, the sacred flame curves over to the side and hits it.
Yes.
And the sword clatters to the ground.
Nice.
Nice.
Burn. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a hot sword.
Okay. Swinging with my staff.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Boop.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. You take a huge chunk out of the statue with 6 points of damage.
Hong Kong Fooey.
And I get that like my other unarmed attack. Is like how's that work?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Does it have to be his fist, or can he use a quarterstaff for that one too?
No, the bonus attacks have to be with unarmed strikes.
Oh, okay.
Please die.
Okay. That one you slam your fist into the statue, but it seems that the stone kind of resists your punch as you do it.
Save.
But you still have one more strike if you using your key attack.
Oh well. Might as well give it a shot now. I mean,
Flurry of blows.
this is also an unarmed attack, right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
And so so your hand stung from that one after that, and the last time you put all your effort into it, and your hand slams through the center of the statue, busting a hole through the middle of it as it collapses to the ground.
Sweet.
my
Yes.
hands!
My hands, macaque.
Okay.
My neck.
Okay, let's say where we are. Okay, Naga.
Okay, so the other swords are still unchanged.
Yeah, there's still 2 swords floating. Yes.
Okay, then I guess
look-
I'll swing at that one
Okay.
first.
Not so much. It easily, deftly moves to the side as you swing at it.
Oh yeah, well, how about this time?
That time you connect with it. Ooh, and 9 points on that one. And so it spins as you knock into it and dents it a little bit. Okay. Okay.
Very nice.
All right. In that case, let's see. So
No, it's gonna stab me.
that sword comes back at you and takes
Let me get
a
my
stab at
calculator.
you. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, your armor class is not very good as an ape.
No, not great.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, he has to roll it. Wait, no, wrong one. Never mind. Go.
Yeah. No, this one is doesn't have.
Yeah,
bane,
that one's
right?
fine.
Zoinks!
Hey, it does 2 points of damage to
Hey,
Nice.
lucky monkey.
you. Mhm.
Oh, accept the gift.
Ugh.
Yes.
Brr.
And the cursed sword swings at Da.
Don't crit.
No crit. Survey says.
Nice.
Hey!
What'd you get?
As it
Crit miss.
as
Crit
it
fail.
does that, Da
Oh, nice.
puts it does a swing a stab for your leg, and you lift up your leg and stomp down on it into the ground, and it's lying there on the ground, though you're not grappled, but it's on the ground now.
It sheathed
Um,
itself.
Silly sword. Silly
Okay, Naga. Wait.
Wait,
Am I right?
no,
No, Naga
not
went
Naga,
already.
no.
Who's up?
I think the other sword.
After
Whoever's
Hair
up to the
Pretzels.
swords.
Am I up?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm pretty far out, but
You are.
Yes, you are.
You can dash and use a ranged weapon, maybe?
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, what's I guess the crossbow range is like 30? Is it?
Yes. So if you do 120, then you have 120, and you can roll with a disadvantage.
Well, I'm going to close the distance first and then fire?
Sure.
Can I do that instead? I don't want to take the disadvantage hit. So I've got 2 swords to pick from.
2
Is that right?
swords. Oh yes, that's right.
That's who we're
One of them got hit pretty hard just now.
And that's
next
the
to
one
ape.
that's further north.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the other one is has been cursed with bane. So you can pick
Nice.
which one you want to
BRB.
fire at.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to try to hit the wait, the Bane one, is that where he takes a disadvantage on all savings and stuff?
Well,
Yep,
not
saving and
yes, minus and is anyway.
Yeah.
Saves and strikes. Yes.
Well, let me
So
try
you
to
can get
finish
to
off.
here.
Yeah. And then take a swing. I mean, take a shot at the.
Yeah. The thing is, from
this one?
here, it's still too far. So you're still going to be rolling at a disadvantage, even if you're running at it.
All right. Well, then it doesn't make any sense to get in range of the sword.
True.
Probably. So I don't know what that is, but I know he closed the distance of about 45 with me before.
Yes.
So I am going to let me get the measure tool here.
Mhm.
This sword, I'm going to get up to about 60 from him.
Okay.
So maybe about here. Yeah, I'm in the wrong tool now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
I keep switching back and forth.
Okay, cool.
Wherever I was, like here,
Somewhere there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So here, and then I'll take my disadvantage shot at that sword.
Cool.
Okay.
Come up.
Here we go. How do I do that? I have to select the disadvantage when I roll?
Yeah. So when you come back to roll 20, I think you have it set, so it'll have that option.
Yes, disadvantage.
I got all of
but
them,
not
yeah.
super disadvantage, just regular disadvantage.
What the hell is super disadvantage?
I don't know, but it's on there.
Super
Okay.
Super.
Oh. Oh.
All right, here we go.
Survey says.
Yeah,
Damn,
22.
dude.
Oh,
Yes.
Get it,
All right.
dude.
All right.
So incredibly, oh wait, I'm sorry, the disadvantage. So 17 is the one. Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
incredibly, you take out your crossbow. It's like, I got this. Fire from across the courtyard with a crossbow,
It hits the sword.
taking a sword out of the air.
A
And
hand crossbow?
Yes, and it drops to the ground.
What?
It's the role I was born to play, baby.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Wait a minute. Did we just live?
Not yet,
There's one more.
sword left.
Not quite
Plenty
yet,
of
but
time
we're
for
getting there.
stabbies.
It's true.
We might make
Oh
it.
my god.
All right.
together
Let's
here.
see. So that was hair pretzels. Evil. So,
So
your
my-
witch bolt fades with as the statue crumbled to the ground.
Dang it!
Yeah.
I go farther away. Eldritch blast.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Survey says. I go. I remember you. Man, my mouse is acting ridiculous. Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
And submit. Bruh.
Bro. Bro.
You blast the hell out of this sword. It bends and takes a chunk out of the ground, and then as it gets hit,
Mhm.
and then of course because of the kind of blast you have,
Oh, it gets thrown
did
back some.
Did it already add
has-
the damage to it? Yes, it did.
I think it did.
Okay, and then it skitters across the ground over to the steps. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Because I still rolled shit damage, but it looked cool.
Okay. And then Da.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I put it right in front of you. There you go.
Yeah, I know, right? And let's see. I'm gonna slowly walk over. And then I guess I don't. Do I hit it? I don't know.
Grab
what
the
I do
sword, dude.
here.
Grab the sword.
You could try to grapple it if you wanted to.
Do I try and grapple it? Do I try and make it my own?
It might look kind of cool.
Tame the sword.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I am totally not gonna take this goddamn
These are the
sword.
two farthest away from you, by the way. They're yelling across the courtyard. Hey, grab it!
Grab the sword, my lord!
Tame it!
Victory, my lord!
Dude, I know you can do it.
Oh my god!
You got this.
I believe in you. I'm gonna cast. Actually, no. I'm just gonna hit it with my mace, man. I'm just gonna. Oh, no, sorry, with my hand axe. I'm just gonna hit it with my hand axe, man.
Do it.
When in doubt, punch
Get it. Get it.
face.
Get it. Get it.
Yeah, give it.
Damn,
to
dog. Where were these rolls earlier?
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
They were in the hands of the swords, unfortunately.
Yes.
Seriously.
Jeez.
Yeah. Right. So the axe comes down and lands and chops off part of the breaks part of the sword.
Nice.
Sick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next
McClock.
up.
What's left?
One sword.
The sword lying on
The sword
the
that I
ground
just
on the
fucking
steps.
chopped at.
I would say you had like a hit point, right? I would kind of
Two.
go. I would go away.
Or wait,
That's one option.
that's certainly one way to look at it.
Another is I could go towards the flying sword.
So Da, I didn't check this beforehand, but it didn't matter since you hit it. But I can't remember what significance is when something is prone. Do you get advantage to roll against it, or is it a plus? Do you know?
If it's something,
said
if
da,
it's prone,
that.
it's advantage. It's
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah, it's advantage. It would be an
What does
advantage.
Da know? Okay, so yeah, so if you want to attack, Bakak, if you do want to attack the sword, you'll roll with advantage to hit it.
Oh, is it
Oh,
because of the
if
force?
if it's ranged though, it's disadvantage.
Correct.
If it's melee, it's advantage. But if it's melee, it's ranged, it's disadvantage.
That's right.
Is it prone because of the force damage?
Right.
No,
Uh,
it was when it rolled a natural 1 when it was attacking
Oh, okay.
attacking Da, and Da stomped it to the ground.
Fell.
Damn, that would have been
Don't
awesome.
worry, dude. The only thing that could happen is like I roll a 1 and I hit you instead. Don't worry.
Sick.
Oh my god.
Hardly ever happens. I
stoked
only did
about
that once.
Super excited about that. Super excited.
Super size it.
So excited.
I don't
my
like
God.
you.
Don't like you, Bakak.
He's like
know
a
what?
Pokemon. He says his name
I
after
was-
everything.
Oh my god.
Need my cousin Schnarf.
Yeah, my cousin Snarf.
I'm also gonna use my last key. Wait, how many key attacks do I got? Like 2?
We're gonna have to go to. We're gonna have to put our sleeping caps after this fight again.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It
Okay,
took us
probably-
3 weeks to do this quest.
I'm gonna use another flurry of blows then.
Okay.
Don't like you.
Okay. You can save your key because you take your staff and just slam it down onto the sword on the ground, and it shatters in pieces.
Nice.
I shoulder the hand axe and be like, see, nothing wrong. Everything's okay.
You just see people throwing like rotten fruit. Boo this man! Boo.
Right.
Somebody go help me find my nuts. Bleeding to death.
Oh my god. We just look at each other and go, we're camping here, right?
I mean, it's safe now.
I'm not
my
stepping inside.
All right. So so about that, I really.
Does that happen?
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Now the door's open.
Unless you have resistance to it, it is
no.
too cold
Shut
up
up.
here for you all to be able to get any rest
no! We have to
without-
rest inside of the freaking
without going inside.
You are an evil person. You are a horrible
Fire.
person. A very bad man.
I can make fire from our face.
Oh
Don't
my
we have
God.
blankets or
Yeah.
something?
Wait, let me see it. Wait, don't we have a camp thing? Hold on, let me go ahead and check. No, I don't have a tent. Do you guys have a tent?
Wait.
Oh,
I
I
don't
have
think
a
anybody has a tent as one of your default items.
right.
No, I don't have. I have a
bedroll.
mess kit, but I don't have a. I don't
Oh
have
my
a tent.
god.
We're gonna have to go inside, guys.
Mark is a
all-
bad person. He
It's
knows what
okay.
he's doing.
What could go wrong? It's okay.
You're
All
just
right.
waiting to spring that on
I've
us.
only done this like one of time. It's okay.
Why don't you? Why don't we stop here with your blood freezing on the ground,
Yeah.
and we'll see what happens if you go inside after
Inside
Sounds
next
good.
time.
God, it's just like
Oh
you
my
could just
God.
crawl inside my wound like a thing from Star Wars.
Tauntaun.
Like a tauntaun. Jeez. Don't worry, I'll keep y'all warm.
Mark, are we
Jeez.
level 3?
Not yet.
Oh my god.
I will tell you, you really have gained quite a bit of experience, so you can just feel yourselves brimming with
Like on the verge.
power. Yes.
Oh,
the verge of
jeez.
dingage. Good, because I only have one spell slot left. This is not good. This is not good.
It was. I think it was a judicious use of your magic, though, in this fight.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think
Mm-mm.
Bane
Dude, I
is,
thought we were all dead.
MVP.
I thought, well, I mean, technically I was.
Yes, it was.
I got
So-
close.
Just
Yeah,
thank
kidding.
you.
I mean, really, you're
Oh
fine.
my god.
I go,
You're
I
fine.
You're fine.
I just look at
Seconds,
Matt.
okay?
I
We're
just look
dead
at
for some
Doll
seconds.
wild-eyed, like, what just happened?
You got off.
Like,
You finally got off
first
a really
time.
good shot. You finally got off a really good shot with your Eldritch Blast, though.
Finally, it took how many
Finally
weeks?
Well, the thing is,
Three.
this is only the second shot you've used. You've been using other magics
True.
and things.
That is
so,
true.
Yeah,
That is
It's
true.
only a second. one.
like a fool.
Well, no, I was trying to, mix it up.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Well, the Witch
Wizards
Bolt-
have fireball.
Last time
you
you
have
used Witch Bolt,
Eldritch
it was sick. What happened?
Oh,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I got cleaved on that one too.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Jesus.
Note to self.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good. Cool,
What could go wrong? It's okay. Oh my
All
god.
right, man.
That's a lot of
Well played,
20s.
guys. Well played.
Those were
Yeah,
like.
that was
dude,
nice. That was
Freaking Mark with his roll of death.
Well, I
Jesus.
know.
He just cleaned house in the
Three
cupboard.
cupboard.
swords
It's
come
like
up and
the
stab you all
The
to
swords come up and you see
Oh my
like
God.
all of a sudden you see red dots on your foreheads. And...
Basically. No, it's like the swords come up and half the party dies. That's what-
Pretty much. Jesus.
You know? It's like, well, we lost 40% of our forces.
Thundercats.
Oh.
Well, it's not even that it's not even just that they rolled natural 20s, but then the damage dice. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
His max,
Yeah.
like every single roll. That was insane.
But here, the funny thing is, I kind of accepted it. I was like, yeah. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm just dead. I was just like, there's no like, oh man, but if I could do this, and they're like, no, No, that's
No,
there's
no,
no
that's
way
fine.
out of
That's
this.
fine.
There's definitely no way out. I didn't know you
I
had
wouldn't
that.
leave you. I wouldn't leave you there, Tony.
Dude, I forget that you're a cleric. I really
Dude,
did.
Yes.
I am
Well-
made for these situations.
You also have a druid too, and so you're
Oh, that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
He was
Also,
wild
But I thought-
shape,
you have a
But I
giant
thought
wishbone.
I thought Tim wasn't the healing type. I thought you're the
I'm
fighting
not.
type of druid.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
he's-
I am. Yeah.
he's the
I'm
beat
very
st-
much
he's the
I do
beat
have
stick.
cure wounds though.
I mean, I was gonna
Just in
say
case.
it doesn't mean that he can't cure. It's just that he's not like awesome at it. It's just
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
should have went life domain.
dang.
Can I? Can I?
Yes.
No. Can I switch?
What's life domain?
You've kind
I
of
might have to go live. I kind of might
You've
have
kind
to
of
go live
used your
domain.
grave domain quite a bit, so
Yeah, I might want
Yeah.
to keep. I might want to hold
You might
on
wanna
to
keep
it.
it.
You're right.
Damn.
I dig it. I love it. Okay, cool, guys.
Yeah, this is fun.
I
gotta
I need
I,
level.
yes.
I need the levels. Give it to
I,
me.
I gotta consult now to what I should do with the warlock, since you play warlock a lot.
Oh god, dude, you're a tiefling. You should just go tome. You should just become a casting monster or something. Actually, the more I think about it, I mean, go for Hexblade. I mean, it would be more fun for you to go Hexblade and go Fiend, because at a certain point in time, I stop tanking and you start tanking.
No, it's cool. I mean, I've already played it out. No, I have no problem with it. Like, I found out about the Hexblade later, because then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that would have been kind of cool story wise. You know, it'd be like, it's like pledging allegiance to this demon sword, and
Oh, by
No,
the way,
so
this is
go ahead,
this
go
is
ahead.
something to think about. Not we're still a ways away from this, but that once this adventure is over, if somebody else, I know that both Tim and Nat have DM'd with 5e, wanted to take on the next adventure.
I can do that.
It could either be a continuation, like if it was something for, like, say, 3rd or 4th level characters, or we could do something else with new characters or whatever. But yeah, just think about that.
it's
So,
good
Oh,
that
yeah.
there's multiple DM options now. That's just really cool.
true.
Yeah.
So
I can
no,
totally
like,
run one for you guys.
yeah, there's another, like, this is comedian I know up here too, and they're running a D&D thing too. That's what I heard before everything went down to lockdown. But but they're running a campaign up here in Japan. But I don't know how good they are, all that stuff. But it was just kind of interesting. I was like, oh, there's other people out here. Oh, all right.
Right.
Yeah, there's-
And then,
there's
and then it was
always
like,
fighting out who plays.
everything's dying.
So,
Oh, awesome.
while you're, I'm mentioning that, by the way, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there have been more releases of free stuff, I guess.
Oh yeah,
because of the
dude. I've been
pandemic
picking
stuff.
it up. I'm
So
been
the result,
eating all of it up.
I did I got the Fandelver one. That's the beginner, and amazingly, this is the thing, is like some of these are the really basic ones that I've just never played, and so that's one of
Oh
those.
yeah.
And then there are 2 of them from I forget what they call that, the portals of something.
Oh, portal, the yawning portal, something.
Yeah,
Tales from
Yawning
the
Portal. There are 2 of them. The first level one, which is the shoot, it's on the tip of my tongue. The
Fandom?
Citadel, Sunless Citadel.
Oh,
And then there's a 3rd level one also in that same series that are both free right now.
Grab it.
Oh man,
Those are some options too. So
I'm
might-
just stoked
I
that
might-
there's so many things that we can play now. You know what I mean? Like, so
Oh,
many,
yeah,
like,
man.
we can, and then it seems like all the resources just kind of like, I don't know. It seems like it's
Yeah.
all over the place now, which is awesome.
well, and they're just being. I mean, they're just Wizards of the Coast right now is being just cool to us too. To
dude,
to
they're
just acknowledge their
laying
people.
the seed,
Yeah.
man. They're
Yeah,
laying
of
the
course,
seed in
they're-
thousands of
I-
people.
I know. I mean, it's also like giving away free crack for the first try. So it's just.
Oh
you know,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
once,
what it sounds like.
because once you were like, oh man, I want a DM, and then you look at the price for D&D Beyond for the entire compendium, and you're like,
Yes.
I mean, am I that sick yet? And
Wait,
then
how
I was
much
like,
is it for the entire compendium?
Oh, well, it
400?
depends. I mean, like you
Something
get
like that?
bundles for like 50 or
Yeah,
60
yeah.
at the start from there.
I
and things
mean,
like that.
technically,
I bought-
that's not that
I
bad.
bought I bought the entire source source
Ooh.
catalog, and I think it's somewhere around $200, maybe $300 for a
So,
buy-in. Yeah.
question then. So going forward, it
Yeah.
seems like we'll be playing a lot more D&D, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I know we talked about the resources earlier. So maybe just let me know, like, if you guys need anything. And shoot, if we're gonna be playing D&D all the time, I'll make a D&D channel, and then we
See,
just
the
put all
thing
this
is,
stuff
I
on,
can-
on there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I can try and find a way to share the
Mhm.
content with everybody. I think I have to
Yeah.
be in the. I think I have to like go to the campaign and like enable some form of sharing. But like you can go through like all the stuff that's been made. Like you can look at all the pre-made adventures and everything for
Yeah.
free because I've already committed and sold my soul to.
That's true. Now the thing is, of course, when you're going through D&D Beyond, the pre-made things are pen and paper, pencil
Oh,
and
yeah.
paper stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you-
not
you
going to
wanna
translate to
port it through,
VBT
like-
thing, VTT
Yeah.
stuff. But
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Oh,
Yeah.
slightly unrelated. What do you want your guy to look like, Mark? Did you tell me?
oh yeah, no, I didn't.
Are you
Uh,
like a dude with a beard kind of thing, or just
I
some
was
weird
thinking
dude?
like an older guy, trimmed beard, like with glasses, kind of thing.
Okay.
Like, almost like a like a caricature of like a Sigmund Freud sort of that kind of trimmed
Okay.
glasses sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I want to be an elephant.
You are. I don't have a choice. I don't even have a choice.
I want to be an elephant with a Soviet scar on his face.
Oh my god.
I want to look like
the hammer with the
You do
freaking-
know that
the
Tim's
sickle.
wife is from Russia. You know that, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shit.
You better keep it down. She'll come get you.
I mean, she doesn't have any love for like Soviet or
Right.
for
Oh, okay.
She doesn't
Oh,
have a
shit.
giant. She doesn't have
Oh
like.
shit.
She doesn't have a sickle and a scythe thing on her tattoo on her forehead
Yeah, we're
either.
in second
Might be
yes.
some stereotypes, so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god. I feel
But-
terrible
Tell us if
now.
she can kick your
I have
ass.
I have to go Arnold Schwarzenegger now. Let's get inside
Right.
the temple.
Yeah,
Cool.
sort of thing is cool.
Everybody down. No,
No,
just start making
but
fun
you
of.
can-
That's okay. You just start making fun of Peruvians and then Filipinos right after that.
Oh,
Yeah,
there we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Stereotyping those, and you'll be all set.
You know, part of me was
cannot
like,
breathe.
I was like,
Breathe.
I wanted to get through the whole campaign and say, he's like, oh, you do know.
I mean, that was my plan. I wasn't saying nothing.
Oh my god.
Nobody
I-
said anything.
Oh, I couldn't keep it going. I couldn't keep it going.
God dang it.
Opportunity. It would have been the best. It's like maybe like 2 years later. It's like you do know.
2 years later.
Take it to my next therapy session. They didn't even
Oh.
tell me.
I would
They didn't
just,
even tell me.
No,
I'd come to Texas and just sit down with you and laugh and
no,
laugh.
you know what
And laugh.
you know what would have been best is if you could have come and like we could all hang out and like
Yes.
Oh,
and then play it for
Tim,
us,
that would have been
back the
awesome.
audio.
Yes.
It's like,
Damn
oh,
it,
yeah,
Tim.
This is what we were doing on the last thing.
Tim, that is awesome. I'm sorry. I just totally messed up a good setup.
Oh, I'm so glad this is coming to light now rather than
That's
later
good.
at the
That's
expense
good.
of my head would have actually exploded
But
from the
This lets me know how evil and conniving and what a horrible person I am. To see like, what would get the maximum laughs? You know,
I need some
soul crushing embarrassment.
maximum chucks.
No,
Maximum chucks.
what I always love is what comes to light when you're playing role playing characters too, about different pieces of your personality and stuff like that too.
Oh
And
man.
it's what's really cool is also that you all, because we've been playing together not constantly, but over
Yeah.
so many years that you'll play way differently than you did before too,
Yeah.
and so it's
Oh,
just
God.
really interesting too.
Oh,
I know
God.
that
What?
100%.
I don't know what you're I would totally still simultaneously ride a buffalo.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's
Oh
true.
wow.
I would do
I
that.
do believe
Dude,
all my
there was a
characters that would have
buffalo?
been suicidal.
Guys,
Oh my god.
Palladium stuff with the simultaneous attack is just ridiculous.
Yes,
just-
that kind
Oh,
of broke it, huh?
man.
That and
It-
reliance on
it-
PP.
It messes it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know. It's just that's really interesting. But yeah,
lot.
I there's so much I love about Palladium, but
Mhm.
but there were some things that got
I don't
problematic.
know. I
Yeah.
liked it though. I miss
Yeah.
Rifts. I want to play Rifts. Would y'all want to play Rifts?
Rifts was
Dude.
a thing because the story, the whole
man.
concept of Rifts is just beautiful.
Mhm.
It's that, and I realized that though that I feel like I needed a better concept of how, because the world is so foreign that you need a whole other idea of how it works and things like that. So I was talking to somebody else who played Rifts before, and I was like, man, some of the characters though are so vastly overpowered compared to the others.
Mhm.
And he was like, oh yeah, but that's just what you've got to do as the game master, is to set the
Right.
parameters of what your
Right.
campaign is and stuff like
Mhm,
that. So you can't
Mm.
have like, you don't have vagabonds and glitter boys
Right,
walking around next to
No.
each other, you know?
right,
You can, like,
right.
why would anybody choose the vagabond kind of thing? And so
Right. Interesting.
and then also you've got to have different places where you know, cities and stuff where it makes absolutely no sense to walk around in MD mega damage armor,
right.
or it be completely illegal, you know, so things like that,
Right.
where you can't just live in mega damage armor.
Yeah.
What?
and
That's so
things like
interesting because it's interesting you should mention risk because like I've been thinking about like a lot of possible alternative like comic ideas, and I went back to risk because I like the idea of having
Oh,
something
yeah.
happens and it opens up risks all over the place, you know, and then
Right.
that can, because it's better than going flying across space and all that stuff, you know what I mean? Because you can
Yes.
have things that are coming into your world, you know what I mean? And how does that
Mhm.
affect the just, you know,
Well,
everything?
it was so interesting because basically they had already created the concept with Beyond the Supernatural.
I missed
remember.
and Victim.
And
Mhm.
victim OCC, yeah. So you but the Beyond the Supernatural, they already had the PPE and the which of course these are based on actual, you know, new age sorts of concepts, but with the ley lines and everything like that,
Yes, that's what
were
I'm
already
writing right
built
now.
into it.
Mhm.
Were already built into it with Beyond the Supernatural, and then they said, okay, what happens if you have mass death happening all at once, like a third world war? What happens when all that PPE is released, and then it
Right.
pours into those ley lines, and then
It
what
feeds
happens
even
at the
more.
nexus points, and yeah, then you get this whole, not, you get a post-apocalyptic world that also is imbued with all this stuff about the rifts that happen at the nexus
Yeah.
points.
You
It's
guys have
just
you
really
guys have
cool.
heard of the West Marches style of gaming, right?
What's that?
No.
Yeah. I've
So
heard of
you take the world that, so like, let's say you take the Rifts concept, you
Mhm.
take the entire the entire cosm of everything happening, and you say, hey, I'm gonna DM this part of it, you DM this part of it, and you section off like what's happening in the world. And each week you can say, we're gonna be running what's happening in the north, or what's happening on the coast, or what's happening. So you get to explore the world through individual adventures while
It's
everything's still happening in real time.
So it's like Game of Thrones in a way. So like you know how they
Yes.
would say
Yes.
we're on the wall this week, and we're
Yes.
in like
Yeah.
the other place.
So you can either have I've got a friend of mine that tried to get me to do something like that. So you can either
Oh, that's
do
a really interesting concept. Yeah.
like
That
if we
is.
have one group, you could have
Hey,
a
man,
few
I
groups
gotta
of
go, y'all.
characters.
All
Okay.
right,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
go for it, man.
Yeah, no
Catch
problem.
you
No
later.
problem.
See ya.
Or if
Later,
you have like
guys. Had fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Later.
hi, man.
Peace, y'all.
Later.
Later.
Oh man, I love
So
this
yeah, he
chat.
was
This is
describing
fun.
it like you can like either have like one group of people that have multiple groups of characters, or the way he was gonna actually do it was he's got like a dozen people that he knows that plays, but none of them play at the same time.
Yeah, man.
So it'd be like, hey, Tuesday night we're gonna go do this, and so
Whoever shows up,
whoever
shows
wants to
up.
do it Tuesday night,
Yeah,
do a little one shot.
really interesting.
It
That
also
sounds
gives rise to
closer
like
to
these
like
kind of like
Adventure League kinds of
Mm-hmm.
playing,
Adventure
though.
League?
Yeah.
What's that? I'm not familiar with Adventure League.
Well, basically, I mean, it's not that way different than just playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's just that you're that first of all, you have a common set of rules that you have to stick to, like of what source books you're using, everything like that, so that the way you make your character has to fit within those parameters. Because you're supposed to be able to like jump into an adventure, any Adventure
Oh, yeah.
League adventure at any time, and the DM doesn't worry so much about
scaling.
scaling, or even for that matter also about trying to worry about storyline. Like, okay, somebody shows up one week, well, you don't try to fit them in to the, because you know people are going to be jumping in and out, and so they're yeah.
You just go.
It's like an actual adventurers guild, like inside within the setting. Like people show up, they die, and then whoever comes back comes back.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
West
some people like
Marches-
it, some people don't. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, West
Oh, that-
Marches
interesting
works
concept.
more so in the remote sense. Also,
it creates kind of these like microcosm of like the players that you play in like a certain adventure, and then you go off and you play a different character, but that same character still exists in the world, and the things that they do affect what happens to your character now, which is wild. I love that part.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Oh my dude, I can. This is I like this. I'm just like
And I
fascinating.
still have this outsider's love of Shadowrun. I am convinced that I cannot game it though. I would have to.
You got to jump in.
I don't know much about Shadowrun actually.
I would have to learn it from somebody else who's played it well before.
Do we know anyone that might be running a Shadowrun
Gosh, I
game?
have no idea. I don't know. I've never talked to anybody who's played it, but I am in love with. That's another one of those like rifts that I'm just in love with the concept of the world that they created.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I know, because it's like I like. It just seems like I don't know. I can appreciate the storytelling and the potential of it so much more now. Oh man, yeah. Damn.
Jeez.
What it was about Shadowrun that I was especially not what I was running into, because I even got to a point where I had gotten bootleg copies of the source books, and we were making characters. Yeah, I shouldn't say this while we're recording.
No, they're not gonna do that. We're good.
I know. So
there, I'll stop the record.
Yeah, we were making characters, but even the character creation part, I was like running into problems with because when you get to the money part, there's so many options of what you can spend your money on. I go, how do you even? Because you don't just have a gun. You have a gun that has all these kinds of different things you can do.
Right.
You don't just have one kind of cybernetics. You have like, if you're going to get a cybernetic arm, then you also have different grades of like whether it's reused or and how standard it is. And I can't even tell the difference from it and why you wouldn't buy the top and all that kind of stuff. And and the other part that's messed up is that Shadowrun is a world, without getting into the details of the history of it, is it's urban fantasy combination kind of thing. So you've got magic and spiritual world as well as cyberpunk,
Right.
all these cybernetics as well as digital world kinds of things. So at any moment in your adventure, you've got the physical world that's happening in front of you. You've also got a whole network of decking and digital world that's humming around you as well. And in addition to that, you also have this spiritual world that is on there. So you have to, as a game master, it seems like at any moment, like if you have a spiritualist with you, you go, okay, I'm looking for what spirits are around, and things like that. You have a decker.
Stop.
You have a decker who is connecting to what's going on, and whether they have countermeasures in the and you can hack into almost anything, including like smart weapons that somebody has in their hand, and whether it has protections on it or not. And I'm like, how do you possibly keep track of all that? Or if you don't pre-prepare it, how could you even improvise your way through an encounter? I don't know. So it's crazy. And
that's
much less
like,
trying to write an adventure. I can't even imagine
there has
doing
to
a homebrew of that. But
there has to be an example of people doing. I don't know if it's online or anything like that, where you can see people trying to run a Shadowrun campaign to see how they actually actually do it. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be something on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
It's just I haven't heard any big ones though. That's the only issue with it. Yeah. Like I feel like if it's a popular system, I just don't know anybody who streams it.
Right. Well, I have a quick question with Shadowrun, because like I've been just thinking of basic kind of like story ideas or just like world building ideas. So like there was always a theory that like, okay, if there all of a sudden if everything was magic and it kind of goes on through time, right? But eventually no one uses technology because there's no need for it, right? So how do they tackle that in Shadowrun? I don't remember. You know what I mean? Because they say like it's like like they say that with Game of Thrones. They could say Game of Thrones could have been like a civilization where they had dragons and stuff like that. There was no need to develop in magic. There was no need to develop technology. So it could be like 2000, year 2000, but they're still living medieval times because there was no need
Oh, sure.
to do that.
Because
Like,
they
how
had
did they?
magic.
Yeah. Well, what's happening is that they're kind of it's they're basically they're kind of developing at the same time. So the thing is that it's not the magic part of Shadowrun is not that there's constantly been magic. It's that magic comes in waves, and so
Interesting.
we basically have forgotten, or we've like in our current world we've attributed magic to mythology, you know, that exists back then. It's like, oh yeah, there wasn't really magic, people just thought there was. But then all of a sudden there's this what breaks the kind of, they call it the it's not the new world, it's the new, I don't remember, anyway, what kind of starts the cycle of realizing that magic is returning is a sighting of a dragon flying near Tokyo.
Ah,
and
okay.
then people start different
Like waking
races
up,
are
right?
not races actually form, that they don't they're not separate. So it's not that you have two elves make an elf, it's that they develop over time. So at first they're just forming, like humans are walking around and one day they call it goblinization, where they'll start turning into an orc or turning into a troll
Oh, okay.
or
That was
turning
one of
into
my
a
biggest
dwarf or turning
questions.
into an elf. And so there's not a sense in which and also then two elves there now, of course they doesn't guarantee an elf baby either. So it's all mixed up like that.
What?
Even though the races do tend to over time gravitate toward one another.
Okay, cause
But
like I was just trying to think of like world building stuff too, cause it's like,
mhm,
okay, say that there's some sort of event, whatever, that all of a
mhm,
sudden like some rift happens, and all of a sudden
mhm,
realities get mixed up and stuff like that. And
mhm,
then all of a sudden this magic reality kind of
mhm,
gets into play, and I was like, well, how do you handle like, you know, because you always see this happen in comic books with like multiverse stuff, right? Where
mhm,
like, oh, these two multiverses are colliding, and then all of a sudden these characters from this multiverse is now in this one. Da, da, da. So I was thinking, well, they just appear one day, or
mhm,
which is, I was like, well, I guess that's how they might handle it. But what you're saying is kind of interesting, that they just kind of like you said, the goblinization, or the,
mhm.
you know, they start changing into
Right.
these things, which is a totally different way to approach it. I didn't think about.
Yeah.
Interesting. I should have read
And
those
so
books.
you have that part coming about, and then also uh, kind of that whole return of magic is throwing off also the realities of the world, political realities in
Hmm.
particular. And you also, of course, having this going on into the future, so you have advances in technology happening and all that kind of stuff. So you're going into the cyberpunk kind of world
Hmm.
as well, along with that. So decking and hacking and all that kind of stuff becomes more advanced, as well as uh, all of the options
Yeah.
for weaponry. And then I mentioned about a long time ago when we were first doing this that there are these rules, that these court rulings that develop over time in different parts of the world, that start giving kind of country-like jurisdiction to corporations, so that when
Mm.
you as soon as you step onto corporation property, then you are essentially under the rule of that corporation from that point on. And so corporations now have their own police force, military,
Mm.
um,
Kind of
everything, and also
cyberpunk.
the people who work, yeah, the people who work for them are called wage slaves. Um,
Oh, that's funny.
and some wage slaves, for instance, um, never even see the light of day. They'll
Whoa.
live in an underground place and shuttle to their workplace and then shuttle back and things like that. So yeah, um, and so shadow runners are seen as the ones who have bucked the system. Oh, and you have SIN, the
Cool.
system identification number.
Hmm.
Every person
Oh, that's
has,
funny.
but shadow runners don't have them, because with a system identification number, any camera, I think of it like if you've seen Minority Report,
Yeah, they can
um,
spot you.
where
Yeah.
Everybody can
like
spot.
retina
They can run
scans,
your
everything
number.
like that, every camera spotting, everything like that connects you to your system identification number.
Mm.
And so, but if you don't have a system identification number like shadow runners, then you're not susceptible to that kind of thing. But then
Interesting.
you can't have, but then you can't have a bank account or have any legal representation anywhere by doing that too. So
Man, I'm just having to. This is all cool stuff. I'm just gonna have to consult you guys about like world building stuff every time, because like,
Dude, I world build in my fucking free time. At
I
this
know,
point,
I know,
Nice.
because like,
I do this shit in my sleep.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
But this is
hate
awesome.
it.
I think this is kind of cool. I like. I just wish we had more. We can do this more. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I'm sure we'll figure something out so we can
Yeah.
keep
Yeah,
this
definitely.
going. But no, man, no. I think there's. I don't know. I'm just really stoked about all this stuff. It's just fun. It's super fun.
Mhm.
So, but I'm so glad that we're all playing. So,
Me too.
Me too.
But I'll let you guys
All
get
right,
some
well,
sleep. I
until
know you
next
guys are
time.
tired. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, thank you very much. Stay safe. Don't lick
Thanks, you
anybody.
too. Yeah. Good call.
You know,
No promises.
Probably don't let one cough in your mouth. No promises. I'll sneeze into
Yes.
people's mouths and stuff. So
Do what I want.
I do what I want.
Sounds
Yeah.
like you can make a Lonely Island song out of that. Okay.
I know, right? But seriously, it's good to see you guys. And take care.
Yeah.
And
Be good, y'all. Be safe.
yeah. All right.
Take it easy.
Laters.
Night.
Night.